Tifu by calling my girlfriend cuter than Baby Yoda. My GF isn't a fan of the Star Wars franchise and wasn't even that familiar with it before we started talking, so she doesn't get the hype about how awesome The Mandalorian is. Shout out to Jon Favreau. Awesome ending of season 2. I wouldn't stop talking about how good The Mandalorian is and OFC how bad I want that armor and whatnot. So she recently just told me, "You're the sexiest Mandalorian ever," and in reply I said, "You look cuter than Baby Yoda." Well, I better keep my compliments in check from now on, really, cause she didn't really like that all that much. Next thing we know, she's asking if she's got big ears or she's green or has wrinkles or she's too short. Then she asks, "Why Baby Yoda?" I said, "Because they love each other, double foul." Then to top it off, I said, "There's a fatherly love between them," and she started blowing Alabama sirens. I think I needed more sleep before even making that compliment. This is gonna go on for a while now. TLDR, GF didn't like Baby Yoda Grogu compliment at all. Undefined. Was she actually angry or was she teasing you? Because that greatly affects whether the story is disturbing or adorable. If she was actually angry, it's not even that she has to think he's cute, but being so oblivious to the overwhelming hype around his cuteness, to the point you're spouting off insecurities like, "Am I green?" That's too much. Has to be kidding around. Right? Please tell us this was playful. What if she is an orc? She might not like her greenness to be brought up. It is not easy being green. I always thought orcs were bred of slime and heat, forged in sorcery by Melkor, and that there were no females. IIRC, the Uruk-hai are bred from slime and the traditional orca are captive, devolved elves. Actually, your traditional orca is more like an evolved hippo. There are some captive ones, however mostly in Orlando. _ citations. Where is this mysterious Orlando you speak of? Mr. Bloom hasn't been in many movies recently. Cher grounded him and said no more movies until he cleans up his room. Come on. Anyone who's seen Little Grogu would know that is the biggest compliment ever. Yoda is cuter tbh. He has that old man sitting at the counter in a diner type of vibe. LMAO, that's funny cause he was actually modeled after Einstein. Source: I'm pretty sure he was modeled after Jim Henson. Nah. He was probably modeled by Jim Henson. You're right. Modeled after Albert Einstein and Stuart Freeborn. Sounds like y'all are in middle school. Seriously. Posts like this can be summed up as everyone in this situation is a moron. Could you imagine two 30-year-olds having this interaction? Not in an actually mad at each other kind of way. Almost daily. Yeah, for sure in a sarcastic way. Pretty sure the first time Baby Yoda appeared on screen I said to my girlfriend, "Is that you?" Every time he's on screen I look at my husband and say, "It me." Of course we aren't in our 30s yet. But close enough. The mechanic chick was a "it's me" personally. But yes. Almost 30 and over 30, and we definitely beep with each other like this post. Same. Also the blurg got an "it me." The bantha got an "it me." The lady with the eggs got an "it me." The weird spiders. Wow. Doesn't she do context awareness? I mean, as cute as does not mean looks like. Nor does they love each other like father and son imply daddy issues between her and you. Although since she brought it up. Just sayin'. She needs to start understanding intentions instead of being so literal. Undefined. Well. That was an unexpected reaction and number of upvotes for a well-meant but basically innocuous comment. And thank you for the award, anonymous benefactor. Lots of Redditors commented that she was probably mocking him. Maybe. But the content of the post didn't seem to indicate that, and I made what I thought was the reasonable assumption that Up knows his GF well enough to recognize that her tone, facial expressions and body language weren't saying that. He still could be mistaken. Of course. But he certainly seemed to think this wasn't over, or going to be anytime soon, and on that basis she seemed to be for real. If she was mocking, then she perhaps needs to do it with some more obvious signs that he can pick up on, because he sure didn't seem to pick up any this time. Curious if she is just teasing him for saying goofy stuff or actually acting mad at him. When I read the post, I was 99% sure she is just mocking him. See, this is how it is with my wife sometimes. I can never tell. I'm not a Star Wars fan either, but I watched all of The Mandalorian with my boyfriend, and if he told me I was cute like Baby Yoda, I would feel the Force inside of me. I want to feel the Force inside of me. Her insecurities are showing. Maybe she is short, wrinkly and green. I mean, same though. ISTG, if someone says something about a pickle, I may explode. Funniest speep I've ever seen. Is she like 12? If she is upset and arguing about silly comparisons like that, it's not about what you said but about her wanting a fight. As Father Red from that 70s show once famously said, is that what we are going to do today? We gonna fight? My response would be to cut the conversation off, laugh and say go find someone else to fight over, silly speep. Engaging or explaining yourself is putting oil on the fire she wants to set. Hard agree here. Grogu is flippin' adorable. It would be like saying you're as cute as a kitten and I'm not even a Star Wars / Mandalorian fan. So you're saying she is too hairy? Her ears are too big for her head? She has giant whiskers hanging off her face? If you want to break up, just tell her instead of insulting her. I just wanna know what an Alabama siren is. The noise your cousin makes when you're plowing their back 40. LOL. Nothing is cuter than Baby Yoda. I don't have any proper advice to give, and 100% agree season 2 ending was awesome. I watched the show for Baby Yoda. I don't know. Haven't you seen OpGF? TIFU, preteen edition. This is the way. Wow. If my boyfriend told me I was cuter than Baby Yoda, I'd be pissed off too. Because no one is cuter than Baby Yoda. My condolences on not being cuter than Baby Yoda. Your GF sounds dramatic. Good luck on that. Is it possible that her location on the Star Wars awareness spectrum is the narrow band where she knows what Yoda looks like but hasn't seen all the cute Baby Yoda memes? Because then she might be picturing old man Yoda, LOL. Your GF sounds annoying. I just read this post and heard it in Jason Mendoza's voice. Sounds like she's taking the comparison way too literally. You can be as cute as something without looking like it? My advice: if a girl or anyone is that easy to offend, she's going to be hard work to be around. You may be okay with that, and that's fine, but make sure she understands diplomatically how unnecessary the offense was when you meant it in the nicest way possible. If you're in it for the long haul, I'd be sitting her down and having a serious conversation about where all that offense came from. If she doesn't learn to be a little less self-critical, it's going to cause her issues all her life in all her relationships, and she will probably never be happy with herself. Beep me, she sounds like hard work. If my BF said I was cuter than Baby Yoda, I'd say thanks babe. Cause I'm not psycho. Your only beep up was getting into a relationship with this woman. Jesus. Reddit relationship advice edit again. They read one little interaction, not knowing anything else about the relationship, and their response is GTFO now red flag red flag. Have you ever heard of teasing? Like goddamn. Post about mainstream media thing? Check. Post about relationship? Check. Post about simple thing that doesn't even matter in the long run? Check. Well, looks like your post checks all the boxes for front page of the subreddit. Jesus, this is the most Reddit thing I read all month. Your GF sounds immature as beep. Ouch man. Hopefully she will see it for what it was, but ouch. Happy cake day. I think you may be sticking your dick in crazy, my dude. Be mindful. Obviously limited context. But if she actually blew up over this. Alert, red flags alert. If this is a beep up, then my husband beeps up multiple times a day. Terms of endearment are simply on the fly. Silly things. If she doesn't see that, sadly that's on her, and she may need to work on her insecurities. She sounds like she is 12 and an emotional vampire. The force is strong with this one.